You thought mass immigration was bad in Australia before? Check this out. The Australian government has been hiding 1 million people that they've let in the country.
Australia could have 1 million more people than the official figures show. That's according to Sustainable Population Australia, which shows a gap in how the statistics are calculated means only a person staying in Australia for 12 of the last 16 months has been counted, putting the population at 29 million people. This means those on student visas, backpackers and skilled workers could be left out of calculations, putting pressure on infrastructure and housing supply.
So you can see that's shocking, because I've had people comment on my other videos about mass immigration saying, oh, you know, a lot of them are backpacks and stuff, they don't actually count. We'll just add another 1 million of them into the mix. And yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on the Australian system. That puts a lot of pressure on our hospitals, our housing and our culture. So it's ridiculous. This government is out of control. They've let so many people in our country, it's ridiculous. And this isn't against immigrants. I have so many immigrants in my comments, as you know, if you're a fan of my channel, that comment down below saying, I'm from, France, I'm from Italy, I'm from Germany, I'm from bloody India, wherever you're from, and you comment the same thing saying, I am against this mass immigration as well. I came here legally and I didn't seek asylum. I came here properly. I didn't push through the system. And this immigration in mass is destroying the country. A lot of people in my comments down below that are immigrants say, I came to Australia to assimilate and join your culture. A lot of these people coming in now don't want to join our culture. They want to start their own culture or bring their own culture over with all our problems and start their own communities and divide Australians. That's really what they're doing. They're trying to destroy our culture because they think theirs is better, even though their countries are normally shitholes they're coming from, is why they come to Australia. In my opinion, that's the truth. And a lot of them say they hate Australia, they hate the Western values, so why the hell are you here? So that's the cultural aspect. You mass immigrate these people in, you're going to have a huge cultural problem because you're letting in so many people, you're shifting the culture away from being Australian because they don't want to assimilate. And you can all see that. I don't need to hide saying that anymore. It's not racist to point out the obvious. This mass immigration is destroying the Australian culture or whatever country it's happening in. It's nothing to do with which culture's coming in. Obviously, some are worse than others. You know which ones. But in mass, regardless, it's not a good idea. But yeah, and the systems, now to do with the housing and the cost of living, another 1 million people, just chuck in 1 million people. Just chuck in another 1 million. Like, what can the government do? Chuck in another 1 million. Who knows how many more they're hiding? It's just ridiculous. And that puts so much pressure on our infrastructure. We already can't have housing. We don't have enough houses and they just sneak in another 1 million into the population. It's ridiculous. I am speechless of how stupid and, how much of a failure this government is to the Australian people. Like, I just filmed a video of Jacinta Allen running from the public after her failure with the Fires, which is the Premier of Victoria, Melbourne, because she's such a failure. And she can't even face the locals that are angry at her. Same with Albanese. Everyone boos him, hates him, because he's not for the Australian people. He's like a bloody woke, weird, foreign interests extremist that hates the West, in my opinion. That's what he acts like. It's just sickening. All they care about is overseas people and not about their own locals and their own Australian and their own culture. And that's the whole problem with what's going on in every Western country. The leaders aren't sticking up for their own people, which is a huge problem. But we don't even have the housing. So why the fuck are we letting so many people in? I don't understand. If your country doesn't have houses, let's just let people in. And the inflation, the money flooding in is because they keep letting people in, but it's making people poorer because there's more competition. These businesses jack up the prices. There's less resources to go around, so they tax you more, and the price of utilities, bills, electricity, gas, fuel, everything goes up because there's more people to use it. So they, supply and demand, they put the prices up. So it just destroys your country. I don't know how much more serious it can get before Australians wake up and the leaders wake up and realise that this isn't working. I guess if you're a multimillionaire with multiple investment properties and you're a politician who doesn't give a shit about your Australian people and wants to call them racist and radical extremists, right-wing extremists, for being scared to lose their own culture and identity and not be able to afford groceries at the store. Sometimes you can be like, do I eat today or do I put fuel in my car? That's what a lot of Australians are going through. Until the government realises that and wakes up, it's just not going to change. This is why One Nation is coming in strong, and is going to take the lead. The Labor Party now, they're beating... It's been a long day. I had a big day at work and I'm still getting these videos out for you. Speaking up for Australia. They're beating the Liberal Party now, and it's just showing that the people are speaking up. The Australians are speaking up. We got to get these right people in charge before they import enough votes that we can't have a voice. That's the whole plan. Erase the Australian culture, import so many people we don't have a voice, and then we can't stand up together. And that's what they want. That's why Albanese is out there saying he wants to ban social media. It's no surprise why he wants to ban social media. He's already trying to get it off the kids, because guess what? You don't want 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds coming up, or they don't want people coming up and seeing the truth of what's really happening in the world. They say it's to protect kids and all this rubbish. Like, let's get real. I grew up on the internet. I'm 32 now. And I grew up on the internet, and it wasn't censored back then. It's a lot worse than it is now, trust me. And you saw people getting cut up, ISIS videos of people getting their heads cut off. Guess what? It didn't radicalize us, unless you're a weirdo freak. If anything, these people online now with these left-wing radical views are so much worse, and these teachers and university teachers are so much worse than anything that's on the internet, because the internet has both opinions, it doesn't hide anything, and it shows the truth. That's why you're watching this channel, and why I can speak up, and why I can say you're a fucking idiot if you call me racist to stick up for my own country. And we're not buying into that anymore. Your woke leftness is dying out. If you haven't noticed, the West is waking up, the people are standing up, and we're not going to deal with that anymore. Your ideology is dying because it's not based on facts. It's based on radical views and feelings, normally from wealthy people or privileged people that have too much and think they can give everything away to everyone and make everyone else suffer because it's not going to affect them in their gated community neighborhood. That's really what's going on. You can see it happening all over the West, everywhere. People are sick of it. Anyway, my rant of the day, get it out there. So I was a bit muddled up today. Like I said, I work full time and I've got quite a bit of manual labor going on. So I'm still trying to pump these videos out for you. So thank you so much to all the support. Thank you for subscribing. We hit 19,000 subscribers. You never know, we might be 20,000 by the time this video comes out. That's amazing. The support is growing. We are rising up. Australians are speaking up. So thank you so much. Keep subscribing, liking these videos, commenting down below, and thank you so much to all my members. I'll keep releasing these videos early for you, and we'll keep pumping out the content and speak up for Australia. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.